Artificial intelligence playing a role in the polls. Our Sally Hernandez sat down with The Hill to explore why experts are sounding the alarm on deepfakes and some solutions to combat the problem.
We have Julia Mueller here with The Hill to talk to us about AI, and you are finding out the increasing concern AI deepfakes may have on the election. What did you find out?
That's right. And thank you for having me. So, artificial intelligence is rapidly developing technology, and it really opens up a landscape of unknowns as we head into 2024, which one of the experts I talked to called the first ever AI election. We've already seen some of the impacts of AI or the prevalence that it might be in the race. We saw AI generated robocalls in the New Hampshire primary back in January. And of course, in 2020, we saw concerns about mis and disinformation online. But 2024, with the advent of AI, it's really it opens up the potential to supercharge some of those threats. And some of the ways that experts and advocates are sounding alarms about the potential of AI and deepfake technology is making deepfakes and making things out of AI to sort of highlight what this technology can do and how much easier and cheaper and more efficient it's becoming to make some of this content.
So, Julia, that's the problem. What is the solution? What are the lawmakers thinking about that could help when it comes to AI deepfakes?
Yeah, generally experts say one of the things that's really important is just understanding what this technology can do, right? In previous elections, you might have been able to rely on your senses to gauge whether information you were looking at was synthetic or authentic. And this time around, that's not always the case. If you see a video online of a lawmaker or an official saying something that doesn't sound exactly right, there's merit in taking a second look or taking a closer look and trying to get some more information about that. And just being aware of, how AI can be used and where it might show up in your online spaces and things like that. And some of these efforts, like we saw in Georgia, there were some lawmakers putting forward a bill at the state level that would try to bar deepfakes in political communications. One of the things they did was make a deepfake of lawmakers opposed to the bill, showing them making endorsements that they obviously had not made to just show, sort of the potency of this tech.
Julia Mueller with The Hill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As AFib becomes a highly common heart ailment, some doctors are turning to new treatments